Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are going to be giving Ghost by Armour Detail Supply a go today. Now, guys, this is a new product on the market, and it's designed to be a tire dressing that doesn't last a week or two, but can last up to months. So as you guys know on my channel, I like putting products to the test. I like being able to see if they can live up to what the product claims it can do, and we're gonna find that out. So one thing that immediately jumps out to me as it pertains to Ghost is that it is a water-based tire dressing. Now, water-based tire dressings are great. They can be awesome. But water-based tire dressings are not known to be ones that last for months and months. Those are typically ones that once they get wet, once you drive around them for a little while, it wears off. In a week or two, you reapply your favorite tire dressing or that same one. But most all of them that typically last longer are solvent-based. So it's great that this is water-based and it acts more like a sealant on your tires. And so it reminds me a little bit of like Opticoat with their tire dressing, or even Duracoating tire technology, which I've used their Dura dressing before. And we're gonna be able to see how long this can last. Now, guys, this is my wife's van, victim of choice, as you guys have seen this on the channel. It has been months since I've cleaned the tires off. So the most important thing that you guys can do is you're applying a tire dressing is don't just slap a tire dressing on there and just stack it and stack it and stack it. What you really wanna do for the product to be able to adhere and to do really well is to clean these tires really good. And I highly recommend Armour Detail Supply tire cleaner. It is the absolute best that I've used on the market. No, I'm not paid to say that. I'm not sponsored to say that. It literally is the best tire cleaner that I have come across in the market. It's as close as I've seen to a one and done. And so if you guys are trying out new products, or if YouTubers are out there trying tire dressings, tire shines, tire sealants, it's really important in how clean they actually get these tires. So you can see here, there's nothing on them. It is clean as can be. So just note, guys, if you're looking for a really good tire cleaner, I highly, highly recommend Armour Supply's tire cleaner. So with that, what we're gonna be able to do, or what we're going to do, is we're gonna apply this on the tire and we are going to let it set. The instructions say you wanna let it set for about an hour before you get into driving it in conditions that might have water on it. That definitely can affect the sealant and cure time, but you should be good to drive around in the first 10 minutes as long as you're not getting the tires wet. And what we're gonna do is we're actually going to, we've already cleaned the other front tire, and I'm gonna apply my favorite kind of right now go-to tire dressing, which is tire dressing by DIY Detail. I don't anticipate this to last near as long as this, but with Armour Detail Supply, I've gotten up to a few weeks and it's been a great product. I will say both smell really great. I like that they both are applied via a trigger, and we'll do a long-term update on how well this lasts on the tire. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's see how this is to apply, and then we will test its long-term durability in a different video. All right, give it a little shaky. And honestly, it's got a good smell to it. It's kind of got like a little bit of a fruity smell to it. So let's go ahead and just start applying this. And see, that's kind of what I'm talking about. I kind of call it like the glue effect, but I'm very optimistic about this because the tire dressings that I've used that have typically lasted a long time kind of have like this bluish hue, almost glue-like looking appearance to them. And so I'm very optimistic with seeing that because I have used Duracoat from Tire, and I'm butchering their name, Duracoating Tire Technology, and that did last months. That did a great job. So one thing to note on this is it's gonna come out kind of as initially as a satin kind of finish. If you guys want kind of more of a high shine, which is personally my preference, you can apply up to a couple layers, 2 to 3 layers on there, and you should be good. One thing to note is you're kind of seeing that bluish hue. You don't want a lot of puddling, so you want to make sure that you're doing a good job getting it in all the kind of the nooks and crannies of the tire, because really it's not going to help it last any longer. You want it to be nice and tight on the surface and not pooling in any area where there's lettering on the tire. And yeah, overall, I mean, I don't really have any impressions upon applying it. Easy to apply, similar to pretty much any other tire dressing. It is more runny, kind of like DIY Detail. I've actually kind of preferred that. A little cleaner, a little easier. Obviously, this tire is wet with the tire sealant on there, so it looks a lot more rich, or kind of that wet look. So I'm gonna let this dry for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys what that looks like. All right, guys, so coming in here, even though this looks wet, it's immediately dry to the touch, and that's pretty cool. It definitely, I can already tell is gonna be long lasting, just based on kind of the texture that it came onto the tire, how it looked onto the tire. You know, as I'm looking at this, I'm not sure if like some of these spots need to dry or if it's just marks on the tire, but like right there, I mean, that is on there. So, you know, this has only been like a minute or two after applying it, but I wanted to see how dry to the touch it is, and it's really dry to the touch. So kind of has that, it gives me that vibes of tire dressings that tend to last a lot longer. I know the light doesn't really do that justice. Might have some marks on the tire. Maybe I didn't apply it super evenly. I'm definitely due for a new applicator. But it is dry to the touch, has a good smell, very easy to apply. I'll kind of show you guys what the thickness looks like. So definitely pretty runny. Probably not as runny as Armour Detail Supply. Oop, let me loosen this. So that's Armour Detail Supply. Yeah, this is a little bit thicker in consistency than the Armour Detail Supply. But overall, guys, I can't really say, hey, go out and buy this, or hey, it's gonna be amazing. It is on the pricier side, it's about $25. But if you are getting a tire dressing that's gonna last you even a month or 2 months, and I mean, I literally put it on the applicator twice, and I don't know if I'm gonna go around the tire again. I mean, it already looks really good. So if this is a tire dressing that can last a month or two, this bottle is gonna last you a long ways. And that's where, even though maybe DIY Details tire dressing is a little bit cheaper, this overall will have good value and last a long time. So if you guys wanna check out this product, leave a link in my description below. I highly recommend though, try out their tire cleaner. And after time, I'm gonna be doing an update on how this does over weeks or months. Then I will give my final verdict on if Armour Detail Supply Ghost is really just like the new tire dressing goat out there. But we're gonna try it and compare it to DIY Detail. I did the same thing on the other front tire on the other side. I've cleaned it. I'm gonna apply this and we'll see how long they last. So thank you guys for watching. We'll check you on the next video.